Hi everybody, Dr. Amanda here, and welcome to our 5-minute recap of the important things that have happened in accounting and auditing this week. Our number one story this week is the resignation of Target's CEO. Target is part of the Wesfarmers Group, and we know Target from their retail operations. Their CEO resigned over accounting irregularities. According to ABC News and the Australian newspaper and the Australian Financial Review, those accounting irregularities arose from executives soliciting rebates from overseas suppliers, up to 30 of those suppliers, in a particular period. They promised that those suppliers that the rebates would flow back to them in the form of higher prices charged for goods. So we ended up with a slight mismatch or timing issue in regards to costs. So while they received higher incomes from suppliers, they weren't going to book higher costs until the next accounting period. This resulted in increased income and profit by up to 25%. Now, this was identified in the accounting for the 31st of December 2015, and Wesfarmers has actually appointed EY to investigate the issue. So for the moment, we've had a CEO resign, and we're waiting for the internal investigation here. Our second big news story this week is the resignation of KPMG South Africa from audits associated with the Gupta family. The Gupta family have been raised in bribery and political corruption investigations in South Africa. Certainly members of the Gupta family are quite good friends with the current president, and allegations have been made that members of the family were offering government positions to those that they favoured, and people who refused those commissions were often fired from their existing jobs. This really reinforces one of the key points I make in regards to auditor independence, in that our reputation is one of the biggest assets that an audit firm actually has. Research by a number of people indicates that firms charge a premium. The Big Four definitely charge a premium for their reputation, so protecting that reputation is quite important. Now, KPMG has been associated with audits from the Gupta family for over 15 years. Certainly under current accounting professional ethical standards, we'd be raising issues also around the familiarity threat. Certainly here in Australia, we have 5 to 7 year rotation requirements for audit partners. In the United States, we have rotation requirements for audit firms, which certainly would have been done after this point in time. Our third piece of news this week has nothing to do with accounting issues or auditing issues, but it is to do for my students with their weekly quizzes. This week in the weekly quiz, you will get 3 chances to answer the question as a team. Your first chance, you'll get full marks. Your second chance, you'll get half the marks. And unfortunately, on your third attempt, if you get it right, there's no reward there. So please try and get your questions right in the first 2 attempts. Our very last and fourth piece of news today is the video interview assessment. Certainly, the video interview is going to be an important part of graduate recruitment for a lot of our students. So please make sure you jump online, and if you have any questions, ask them online or send me a query, and I will try and answer you as soon as possible. So that's the audit news this week in 5 minutes. I hope to see you next week.